We are back with final episode of base build. Just kidding. Possibly. And I'm gonna show you why. Take my few steps. There we go. Look at the top there. Very high complexity area. Building is disabled. It went from high to very high now. And it's creeped up into the village now. It was just only down here, and now it's working its way up here. So that's the bad news. The other part of the bad news too is I've been crashing. Anytime I try, it will freeze. If you want to consider that a crash. Anytime I try to do anything over here now, this is where I was trying to do some tutorials. I think I did the little cabins here. That was a struggle because I was crashing through that, or freezing, and now I'm freezing even more. I was trying to do the bridge and trying to see how I did it just to make sure I get the tutorial right, and I couldn't even construct it again. I would get a few steps in, and then my game would freeze. So I just capped this off with fences, and you know what? This is done. I don't want to use the word done. I want to give them an opportunity to see, you know, what they come up with to fix that. I don't know what it is. Some of you may already know. Restarting a whole new world, which I don't want to do. But that's where I'm at. I think it's best. So the bad news is that's going on, and the other part of the bad news is, you know, I think I need to move on from this. Just give it a break and see. Wait for an update and see if this is gonna fix any of this that I'm experiencing. Which is a little sad because I was hoping, again, to, you know, eventually if I have an idea, I just want to keep expanding here. I have more area to do over there, just like we did with the garden. We added the garden plots. I mean, you saw, if you watched the base build episodes, episode number 1, this has already come a long way. And that's the type of stuff I just wanted to continue throughout here. You can see the structures down there. I was starting to wrap around. I have a few more stuff to build here. I moved Dizzle's smokehouse, but now it's got trees going through it. I did not chop down those trees, and thank you for the tip, by the way. I did not know you can actually dig out the little saplings after you chop it down, but I did not touch those trees. I moved it because the area was flat. I'm like, oh, it might look better here, which it does. I like the lane it gives. And then I had to do some IRL, came back in, logged in, and next thing you know, trees were through that. Well, actually, the big tree came back in the village hall. It was there for a while, and then it finally went away. So I was worried with that too, but that tree did not go away. It's been there. Again, I've never chopped it down, so I don't know what's going on. I have a new little structure back there. You can kind of see it. Maybe you can kind of tell what's going on back there, but I like that. But I'm going to share that. I'm going to keep that for now. Not share that until we see what's going on. As far as those errors, because again, it went from high to very high. So we're ready to move on to Shogun then. I am at 8 right now. I have the parts to go to 9, and I should be able to get to 10 probably right after. And then we'll start a whole new series, and you'll get to see it from the ground up. We're going to move on to Shogun. We did mention that's what we're going to do next. I think the majority was you're all excited for that, so that's where I'm at. You can kind of see how I plan things. I know one of the questions one of the comments was, do I build the paths first or buildings first? It's kind of both. Again, you know, all of this was knocked down. Well, not even here. I went through several phases before I finally ended up with what I like here. But this path was here. Once I realized I want paths and had the vision, this whole path I put in with nothing around it. And then as far as like structures go, like these, once I figured out how to do the pergolas, Lonely Lodge was actually closer. I tore it down and I made this and then rebuilt Lonely Lodge. So that kind of gives you an idea as far as how I plan and not plan, right? Because I didn't plan to know to do the pergolas, and then once I came up with it, like, all right, I want them, and I want them where they're right where I have them now, and then I had to move Lonely Lodge. You know, the bridge came into play. Again, that's why this is where the tutorials are coming from. Expansion of this. I mean, this looks really good. But that's where we're at, guys. I'm going to have to put this on hold.